This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the Southland pop-up job shop returns to Invercargill and Venture Southland is looking to fill almost 500 job listings. An expanding car pound in central Queenstown infuriates local businesses as it encroaches on highly sought-after parking space. And Oamaru receives a unique collection of 6,000 rare books from a United States book collector. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Venture Southland is helping to fill almost 500 job listings in Invercargill this week. The Southland pop-up job shop is back in Invercargill to offer assistance for anyone looking to join the Southland workforce.
Invercargill job seekers are being encouraged to pop in to a pop-up job shop this week. The Southland pop-up job shop is a collaboration between Venture Southland and various Southland employers, aiming to help job seekers into employment.
We're here to advertise the jobs available in Southland as of today. We have a number of employers and recruitment agencies on board as well, and we also hold seminars here. So giving CV advice, interview techniques, everything's here. If you want to apply for a job, come on down.
With almost 500 vacancies listed for Invercargill alone, Venture Southland has expanded the program to showcase the opportunities throughout the region.
We're also holding a pop-up job shop in Gore and Te Anau, so we've reserved those jobs for those areas. But that's probably another 100 or 200 jobs. Diak
said the one-on-one assistance made the job application process a lot easier.
If you're filling out hundreds and hundreds of job applications online, it kind of becomes a blur. So it's nice to be able to come down and actually talk to someone about the process and how to apply, and all the support's available here.
Daily seminars will be held at the job shop to offer assistance with CVs and interview techniques. The Southland pop-up job shop in Invercargill runs until Saturday. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
The Ministry for Primary Industries is still processing compensation claims related to Mycoplasma bovis. The organisation has already paid out more than $2.5 million to affected farmers, out of an estimated total payout of around $6 million. MPI's Response Director Jeff Gwynn says to date MPI has received 85 Mycoplasma bovis related claims since the beginning of the response. He says the remaining claims will be settled as quickly as possible. A Queenstown Lakes District Council owned car pound is being nearly doubled in size and is located only a kilometre away from the town centre. It's a move described as illogical by an established tourism owner who questions the pound's location near to an overflowing shopping area. Mina Amso has the story.
This car park space on Gorge Road is about to be turned into an extended car pound lot, where more of abandoned cars like those get stored before disposal.
They're now going to be extending it.
Nomad Safari Director David Gatwood Ferguson runs his business right opposite the car pound and says the space occupied by the impounded vehicles could be made for a better use.
It seems a shame to be using this when it could be used in a better fashion, and there's more land elsewhere.
He says having a car pound about a kilometre away from the town centre seems illogical in the first place.
There aren't sufficient car parks for either the visitors to town, for workers in town, or to the local shoppers who want to come to town.
Nomad staff have contacted the council about this matter, but they were told the decision to keep the pound has already been made. In a statement, Queenstown Lakes District Council Principal Monitoring and Enforcement Officer Anthony Hall told The South Today the recent extension is not considered a long-term solution. Before further space is required, a review of other potential sites will be undertaken. However, the new layout will accommodate 65 vehicle parks and should reduce instances of poor parking that has resulted in blocking other users. That means the number of parks will remain the same for now. The land is also being occupied by Gorge Road Jump Park, which is earmarked for relocation. The future of this site remains unknown. Gatwood Ferguson is asking the council to review their plans and look at another location to impound cars.
And then just move the whole car pound out of here.
However, the extension plan is going ahead. These posts are already in place. Wired fencing is expected to be put up in the coming days. Mina Amso, The South Today.
United States Air Force F-16s flew close to both a helicopter and 3 parachutists near Franz Josef and Fox Glaciers with no warning they were coming. New details have emerged of the incidents in which the flying of the F-16s angered local pilots before the Warbirds over Wanaka Air Show. The pilots were briefed on aviation rules here, and no further action will be taken by the Civil Aviation Authority over the events. The CAA has released more information to the Otago Daily Times on what it said were 2 reported incidents regarding aircraft during the week of the air show. A unique collection of 6,000 rare books has been bequeathed to Oamaru by a United States book collector. The collection includes books on Antarctic exploration, as well as a rare mountaineering journal. The South Today found out more.
$2,000 for a 6-volume publication of Captain Cook's journals indicates the value of historic books. Adventure Books in Oamaru is just the place to find old books on exploration and outdoor adventure. Run by Bill Nye, the shop has a worldwide following and drew the attention of a United States book collector who was dying and had offered his collection of rare books to various universities, only to be turned down each time.
Jack told me he sat down on the bed and cried, because he really wanted a good destiny for his books. So I was kind of the last choice. So he said, look, I'd like to give you the collection. He researched my shop, and we do a lecture once a month. We've had, this will be our 53rd lecture coming up on the 27th. And it's all free to the public. And anyway, so he just said, yeah, we're going to bequeath the entire collection to you. So I just had to pay for the shipping. And I'm going over in June to supervise the packing.
The collection is extensive and contains items that will need careful packing.
It's more than 6,000 books, and it's there's a lot of vintage maps and rare memorabilia and ephemera, and I want to make sure that all that's packed correctly.
While some of the collection will be for sale to fund a non-profit trust, much of the material will be retained in Oamaru for research purposes.
There's going to be people doing research and writing, because this collection that's coming cannot be found in like the Hawken Library or the Turnbull Library or the Dominion Library in New Zealand or the Canterbury Museum. I mean, this is a really special collection.
The container load of unique books should arrive in Oamaru's Harbour Street bookstore later this year. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, students find out if they're one of the lucky revellers with a golden ticket to the Hyde Street party, and Queenstown's Happiness House manager calls it a day.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Why wait for seed to germinate, why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Welcome back. Thousands of revellers found out on Friday night whether they had been chosen to attend Dunedin's famous Hyde Street party, which organisers say will have tighter security this year. Last year, 10 people trying to get into the party without tickets were arrested. Students traditionally dress in themed gear for the party, which is limited to 3,600 people and will be held next Saturday. Registrations closed on Friday, and students who did not live in the Hyde Street area learned if they'd been selected via a lottery on Friday night. Queenstown's Happiness House manager Karen Stewart has called it a day. The long-serving manager has relocated to Hokitika on the west coast. Karen Stewart says she's feeling anxious leaving the Wakatipu after living there for so many years, but is excited about a new chapter of life. She plans on coming back to the resort to ski. Karen Stewart ran the Community Support Centre for 7 years. Happiness House plans to relocate to a site in Frankton. It has applied for a resource consent, and if approved, the centre could be granted a 5-year lease. There was plenty of splashing around for a fundraiser at Alexandra's public swimming pool yesterday. The event was called the Soggy Doggy Splash, and the swimmers were canine rather than human. The South Today found out more.
Dogs of all sizes got a chance to have a fun swim at the Molyneux Aquatic Centre in Alexandra on Sunday. Team leader Jen Ferris explained that swimming by humans had ceased in February, and this was an ideal chance to raise funds for the SPCA.
Well, we started doing it last year. Purely, it was an idea that came from the SPCA, and it's not only good for the SPCA, it's a fundraiser for the SPCA. It's a good time for us because the pool is now closed to the public, so it works in well for us. I think also it's a great opportunity for socialisation for the dogs. So yeah, it was great fun last year. This year they've split it into 2, so we've had the small dogs this morning from 11 till 12, and now we've got the big dogs from 1 till 2.
The hope was to raise a similar amount to last year, which was $1,500. Shirlene Steele from the local SPCA said the money from the dog swim would go towards a home for cats.
We've just almost completed a new cat facility out at Earnscleugh, so we're sort of trying to raise as much as we can to complete that project, which we're almost there.
The fact that they were raising money for homeless cats shows how big-hearted dogs can be, and Ferris agreed that the mutts had been on their best behaviour.
Oh, just the socialisation, running around and sniffing, and yeah, they love it. Absolutely love it. We tend to have I've never had a rough moment, you know, where dogs have argued or anything like that. So yeah, it's very interesting.
The plan is to run the Soggy Doggy fundraiser in Alexandra at least once a year. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a drink driver escapes conviction as it would prevent him from moving to Canada, and one of our reporters catches up with the action at Otago Rally.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garador.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477-1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
Oh, I'm not happy with this product demonstration, Ralphie. Oh, relax. It's all about balance. The balance between softness and strength. And my balance is perfect. So we won't fall? Of course not.
Hi, Ralphie.
Oh, hey there. Whoa. Whoa. You fell for it. Yep, I fell for it. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust. I'm Cotton Soft on the environment too.
Wait for seed to germinate. Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Thanks for staying with us. A drink driver caught at more than twice the legal limit will not be convicted because it would prevent him from moving to Canada. Queenstown man Robert Dundas Dooner appeared on one charge of drink driving in the Queenstown District Court on Thursday. Judge Mark Callaghan says last December Dooner recorded an excess breath alcohol level of 856 micrograms after being stopped by police in Fernhill Road. Judge Callaghan says Dooner claimed he was at a function and had parked his car on the side of the road, overlapping a driveway, but then moved it. The hills around Otago were no place to be if you enjoyed peace and quiet at the weekend, as the cars took part in the Otago Rally. World Rally Championship star Hayden Patten won every stage of international competition. However, his and every other car was in the dust of the Zero cars. Daryl Baser played co-driver.
Motorsport can be a very expensive pastime, with cars on the World Rally circuit costing up to $1 million to put together. However, all the flashiest cars on the International Rally circuit all follow cars put together on a fraction of their budget. The course checkers, or Zero cars, race around the tracks just ahead of the competitors.
Our function is to go quickly through the stage, not quite at race pace, with the view to making sure that we finish, but also fast enough to warn spectators and keep an eye out for anything that might impinge on the competitors behind us.
Dunedin's Graham Roper drove his 000 late 70s Datsun on the stages at almost rally speed in the minutes before the competitors, and says it's a relatively cheap way to enter the sport.
The roll cage in this car, if you had it built now, would be the same price you could buy the whole car for. So you can get into motorsport really relatively inexpensive, $5,000 odd. Tyres, and it's a well-built car. It's been a rally car for a long time. It's showing its age here and there, but at the same time we're on the same roads as everybody else. Currently we're leading Hayden Paddon, only because we're first car on the road, but technically we're still ahead of him. But we're doing the same roads as everybody else, but because it's more basic, engine in the front, gearbox in the middle, diff at the rear, makes it a whole lot easier to maintain and certainly a lot more fun.
Another function of these cars is to share the experience of rallying with others. Daryl Baser here for the South Today in the co-driver's seat of Graham Roper's 000 car. We've done one stage this morning where we lost brakes halfway through. It's quite amazing when you watch someone driving, putting their foot to the ground of the brake pedal and nothing happening. Wasn't scared at all. Thanks to Emma Gilmore's crew, our brake issue was fixed and we returned to leading the race, in a manner of speaking. On Saturday, the Tarmac Super Special stage around parts of the wharf area provided thrills and spills for many, even those hard at work at Ritchie's with a bird's eye view of the start line. The weekend's events are the first on the rallying calendar for the year, with drivers and teams keen to prove their mettle. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Venture Southland is helping to fill almost 500 job listings in Invercargill this week with the return of the Southland pop-up job shop to Invercargill. A Queenstown Lakes District Council owned car pound is being nearly doubled in size and is located only a kilometre away from the town centre. And a collection of 6,000 rare books has been bequeathed to Oamaru by a United States book collector, including rare mountaineering journals. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Paul Gorman. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Hi, Melissa. We've got a lot going on tomorrow and we're still trying to work out what's going to go on the front page. There's some breaking news at the moment and some good stories from the rest of the day. The first bit of good news, though, is Dunedin's international airport status is confirmed. It's going to stay. Virgin is still going to be flying from Dunedin to Brisbane, which is really good news because there are a few people, worried about that link going. So that's some good news. We're just following up a story about a lawyer who is coming in to look at what's been going on in the law school at the Otago University here with the camps and that. So that's quite an interesting move from the university.
It certainly is.
It is, yeah. From the City Council today, there's a proposal to fine people between $100 and $400 if they're found littering, and they're going to be following people on CCTV if they see this happening. So that's quite interesting too, and make sure you don't drop anything there. And big gales coming this week. You thought it was bad yesterday, but apparently we're being advised that Otago more widely is going to have some pretty strong winds this week. So yeah, tie anything down you want to. And I've got some good letters on the letters page tomorrow. Some really strong letters about the Commonwealth Games, the coverage, all the ads on telly, and about the rally. And yeah, no, it's really good letters. They're well worth looking out for tomorrow. So
yeah, there's certainly been mixed reviews on the coverage of the Commonwealth Games.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of ad breaks, which I think have clearly upset some people. So
wonderful, thank you, Paul. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is of sunset over Dunedin City. Looking at the situation, westerly or southwesterly airflow right through this week will keep the region windy and cool, with showers at times on the western ranges and south coast, but mostly dry weather elsewhere. To the southern towns Balclutha and Catlins, you can expect strong winds, some rain and a high of 14. Gore and Lumsden, you're looking at a southwesterly change with rain easing and a high of 14 degrees also. Moving westwards to central, Alexandra and Wanaka, you can expect gusty winds, some cloud and 14 degrees. Queenstown, you're the same but with some showers thrown in and a slightly lower 13 degrees. Te Anau, you can expect a southwesterly change with rain easing and a high of 14. Up to the northern towns, Oamaru and Timaru, fresh winds, some high cloud and 18 degrees. Omarama and Twizel, you both have gusty winds, some cloud and a high of 14. In Dunedin, it will be fine and mild tonight with northerly winds and an overnight low of 11 degrees. Tomorrow should be mostly fine and sunny with fresh gusty winds and mild temperatures. A cool southwesterly change will occur during the evening with a few brief showers, 16 and 5, and fine on Wednesday with sunny periods and scattered cloud with fresh gusty winds, 13 and 5. And in Invercargill tonight, we'll see cloud increasing with winds freshening with an overnight low of 9. Tomorrow cloudy with a period of rain during the morning and strong winds, then colder winds and showers during the afternoon. Showers clears tomorrow night, 14 and 7, and changeable weather on Wednesday with mostly cloudy skies and periods of showers at times, but some dry periods too. Cool with strong gusty winds, 13 and 7. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.